Hi, thanks for being here. Let's talk. My name is Napio Shali. I'm Namibian, and if it's your first time here, welcome. I'm a writer. I have a blog called napioshaliwrites.com. So I have this channel as a way to bring that blog to life, and I'm doing a lot of it's a platform for me to have a few videos of my own, but like I'm speaking just like this. But most of the time, it's conversations with my friends and family and colleagues and whoever, people that I think have something that I really, really want to use the platform, like information or insight that I want to use the platform to share. But this video, I'm doing in the very middle of not editing all of the videos that I'm supposed to edit. Oh my gosh. And I'm doing it because I think it's urgent. But if you read my blog and if you follow me on any of my social media, you'll realize that I always talk about this particular subject matter like it's urgent. And I really, really believe it is. And so you will see a few more interviews that I've already recorded and I just need to edit. I'll upload them hopefully from next week onwards. But I'm sharing this one because it's urgent, right? And yeah, so it's love. I always talk about love. I talk about love like it's urgent, urgent, urgent. And I really think it is because we're trying to make the world a better place, right? So I think, in my opinion, that most bad things, if not all, come from a lack of love, right? Stem from a lack of love. So either a lack of love for yourself or a lack of love for others, right? And so if we are going to make a change now and we're going to make the world better now and fix a lot of our social ills and whatever economic ills now, we need to love now. And so yeah, what do I mean about love though? Okay, so when I talk about love, a lot of people assume that I mean like a romantic love, which yeah, sometimes, but mostly I'm talking about just the love for yourself and others, right? Just love, being a human being who loves themselves, takes care of themselves, and also being a human being who loves other people. Um, and so I think a big reason why a lot of people sort of shy away from loving, especially loudly, which I'll explain in a bit, is because of the hurt, right? We've all been hurt, we've all been disappointed. It's nothing new. And a lot of people then sort of find a way, put up a wall or try to harden their hearts to protect themselves, which of course makes all the sense in the world until it doesn't. I wear glasses, and for those who wear glasses, you'll understand this. Like when I wake up in the morning, um, like I can see, you know, I can see, but not like when I have my glasses on, because that's like I put on my glasses and I'm like, oh, why is the green so green? Why is this yellow so yellow? Has this picture always been this bright and sharp? And that's how I see a life that's filled with, that's led with love, right? Where loving loudly and loving honestly and extremely is a lifestyle instead of a concept. So that's how yeah, that's what I mean. So I'm gonna give two examples um, that have helped mold my this particular opinion, right? Number one is my dad, who passed away when I was 14, and he called me Ndaproshali Anje like it's my name. Like that's it. That's my name. It means Ndaproshali, my last born. It's a term of endearment. But he loved me so loudly with that and through so many other actions that I never doubted his love for me. I never felt like, oh, am I a disappointment? Am I this? Am I that? And he always spoke so positively into my life, um, and spoke so positively about who and what he thinks I will be and like the things I'll achieve, and not so much, not like imposing like I want you to be this and this, but always in the light of you will be great. And so when he passed, it was difficult, but I don't have regret because I don't doubt for a second that that love was so intense and I experienced his love so intensely that I'm okay. You know, the only thing I really, really regret is the fact that he hasn't gotten to see me grow up and experience. He's missed out on so many of my graduations, all of my graduations, and all of my this and achievements and that. But when it comes to the loving, experiencing his love, it was full and true, and I never have a doubt. The second person who did that was a brother of mine. His name is Curtis, and he passed away in 2014. And that was also particularly difficult, um, because he was my brother. Well, not technically. I wasn't related to him. I have two biological brothers. We grew up four in our house with my cousin as well. Was like my brother as well, and I was the youngest, so they always had their friends around, and their friends would be like, "Oh, who's this little person? Okay, this is also my little sister now." So a lot of their friends are the people I call my brothers are actually my brother's friends, my bigger brother's friends, or my own friends that are male. And so this brother of mine, he loved me so intensely and so loudly that even in the last days when he just before he passed, he was so loud and intentional about the way that he loved me. And by loud, I don't mean like uh, screaming "I love you" at everyone, which is something I actually do. I really do tell people I love them a lot, but it's also the action behind it. And we experienced this sibling love that was so pure and so like intentional. And these two people made me realize like this is something we need to do. Um, we need to be intentional about the way we love our people. We need to be loud about the way we love our people. And that brings me to what I mean by love. So I'm Christian, and so my basis of and my understanding of love and my definition of love is based on First Corinthians 13. Okay, so First Corinthians 13 talks about love in a very descriptive way, but also in a very action-based way, right? So the first three verses talk about how like I can be the best at everything, right? I can have all of this wisdom and all of the stuff, but if it's not rooted in love, if I do not have love in my heart, is it really worth anything? No. And then the next the next, I think from 4 to 8, if I'm not wrong, really describe the type of love that I'm talking about, like action-based love, being kind, being patient, being, all of these things. And that's how I see love, as something that is action-based. And then the last up until 13 talks about how like, everything will pass away, everything will fade away with time, but only three things will remain in the end, and the most important of these is love. And so that's why I talk about it so much with like so much urgency and so much importance, that I really feel like if we just had a little bit more love, I know it sounds very like love and lighty, but like if we really had a little bit more love, and not as in emotion, but as actual actions based in love, that's what we need. That's how we make the world a better place. I saw a very important, just to close off, a very, very important, it's a meme, or I don't know, it was a tweet, I don't know, on the social media somewhere, right? And it says, it doesn't matter how much scripture you can quote, what matters is how you treat people. And that really, really, that's really important, because we sometimes we're like, oh, I'm based in this faith, and I'm strong in this faith, and I'm whatever, and I say all the correct words, and I speak like with my people, I speak Christianese. But how do you treat people? Do you treat people with love, or do you treat people like they're below you sometimes? Or are you a little bit mean to people who you think don't have anything to offer you? Are you a little bit cruel? Are you little bit unkind? Are you a little bit slow to anger? I mean, quick to anger? Do you keep records of all wrong? And I'm smiling a little bit because I do it sometimes, obviously, because we all fall short. But the idea is that the overall theme of your life of my life, I would want it to be love, to be based in the actions that are filled with love. And so it doesn't matter how much scripture I quote to you today or whatever. People should experience me. People who experience me should experience love. I hope, more than anything, and I hope that's my hope for everybody as well. So if you're on the edge about something, you aren't too sure about something, and you want to make what's it called, a decision as to whether maybe to let down your walls, maybe love a little bit, take a risk, I hope this is that sign that, like, if you're waiting for a sign, this is it. I hope this video is the sign. If not, I hope you take some time to think about it a little bit, chew on what I said here today. And either way, I hope you have an amazing day, and thank you for watching, and like and subscribe, and follow the blog. And I'll see you. Oh, I've also got social media. I've got Instagram and Twitter. Follow me there as well, _A. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.